Hello. 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 Hi. Welcome to the Thursday stream, my wonderful, wonderful many viewers. All right, so let's get a few things out of the way. What's today's stream going to be like? Probably like every other stream, except slightly different. So the first half is going to be me flying around in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The second half, there'll be a short break, and I'm going to whip my piano in here. Being that it's a Thursday stream, we're going to be doing about 45 minutes of Flight Simulator content and about 45 minutes of me, playing away on the piano. And that's going to be the stream for today. Tomorrow we'll have a little longer stream, and we'll go a little bit more in depth. Now, let's discuss specifically what happened yesterday and what's going to happen today. What happened yesterday was I said, let's go to the Cliffs of Moher and see the new update. But when I went to the Cliffs of Moher, I said, this doesn't look like the new update. It looks pretty crappy. I think I've seen this, there was a lot of, the vertical cliffs just didn't look good. And then I realized, I said, well, I'll check it out after the stream. And I did check it out after the stream. I'd never even bothered to try to install the New World Update before I said, well, let's go explore the new update. So I installed it yesterday after the stream. And then I went and checked that, in fact, the Cliffs of Moher look completely different. Now, here's the great thing. You can look at yesterday's stream and as a comparison with today's stream, because we're going to go back and do the same thing. And you can say, well, what does a world update mean? What does it mean when they've updated a particular area? Well, we're going to go see today. So the Cliffs of Moher are right here. You can kind of see where this thing. We're going to take off from this right here. Now, the other thing that's new today, by the way, is a new famous flyer. These are planes that Microsoft and produces with, in this case, Inabuilds usually. It's called the Westland Scout. It's a new helicopter. It's a $10 item. You know, you get the version with the skids, and you get a version with these landing gear. And it's an old late 50s, I believe, era helicopter that was used in the military as a recon. I'm not sure, as a scouting vehicle. But it's always cool. And I don't fly the helicopters very often. Let's change it a little bit again. It's just so it's comparable with what we did yesterday, which was around, I think, a little before 6 p.m. We have similar lighting conditions, hopefully. So now yesterday when I flew around, I did not fly in a helicopter, but we got a new thing to fly around in. Hi there, ground to air. How you doing? I'm just getting started here. We're going to do, we're going to explore, we're going to take the next week to explore the World Content 17 XVII, which focuses mainly on England, Ireland, Scotland, the United Kingdom, otherwise known as the United Kingdom. Quite a bit of it too. Now, yesterday I went to the Cliffs of Moher, and I'm like, well, let's check it out. It's gonna be cool. And I forgot to install the update first. So today I have installed the update. So if you want to know what the difference is, however, today I'm going in the new helicopter. Let's just take a quick look at it. It's got a really cool exterior. It's got this visible engine with like moving parts and stuff like that. You see the crankshaft turning, or the shaft turning towards the rear, and that kind of there's a shaft there, but you can kind of see the engine. It's cool. And you can open the doors. It's got a lot of stuff to it, but I'm not doing the startup procedure. Now, normally I like to start in a cold plane, but today, because I want to actually see the world a little bit, we're going to fly around in a helicopter. So we're going to get off the ground nice and easy. Got some wind to deal with here. What we want to do is head east, so we're going to make this turn here. Head out over this water, and we're going to head over the cliffs, which are this way, not far away. Hello. There they are, right ahead. So we establish some forward speed here. Some little stabilization there. Definitely have to give this a lot of rudder, or a lot of what you call it, the tail rotor, to get it to kind of go straight. But already you can tell from this distance that the cliffs of Moher look a lot different than they did yesterday. They just didn't look good, but they look amazing. How do I know? Because I went there, check it out yesterday. All right, so we're gonna do a little. To 20 there. I'll give us that. We don't want to necessarily get too high up here. Take a look around. Got a lot of visibility. There's a bunch of little things I kind of want to try here that I hadn't tried before. So that turns on that. That's kind of cool. And there's something called a auto stabilization, which most helicopters don't have. So theoretically, auto stabilization. Oh, that wasn't good. I think push this down. Yeah, it's kind of wonky. Okay, it's off now though. I gotta figure that out. All right. Meanwhile, Pilot Dreamline Productions. Hi. We're gonna check out these cliffs here. This was one of the things again that was updated yesterday. I flew over it and it looked terrible, and I'm like, that's not the update, and it wasn't. But now it looks amazing today, and we should have it. We have some nice, shadows at this time of day, and you'll see it just looks so different. Now the top part where the kind of where the terrain is, where the grass is, looks about almost the same, although it's definitely better. But where the cliffs were yesterday, again, you can look at my VOD from yesterday on YouTube and or Twitch. I have them both places, and you can see the equivalent of me kind of rolling up on these cliffs and going, "Wow, these look terrible," because they did. And there's also this whole section over there which has this kind of really interesting. We won't check it out though, but we'll check out the cliffs area. We'll probably try to land somewhere on the top of the cliffs. I do want to get, this is a brand new helicopter to me. I do want to get some facility with it. And that usually means, stick time. So things like, it just didn't look anything like this. It was, and again, you can verify this yourself by looking at my VOD from yesterday at a very similar timestamp. Again, we weren't in the same kind of plane, but I'm trying to effectively go kind of the same route, which was pretty close and lower than the top of the cliffs. You can see things like at the base of the cliffs, it's a little funny looking. But these little things there, like these little promontories that stick out here, weren't even visible, I don't think. But the bottom line is, anytime there's vertical, like this, there's very vertical cliffs like that. It has to be manual. They have to manually figure out how to map a bitmap onto that to make it look realistic, which they did not do until yesterday. So this update does really look great. So there's a little castle up there, and I thought maybe we can it's like ruins, I think, or like maybe a lighthouse. Some kind of, not a castle, but just like a little building. I think there's another one too. Sometimes it's hard to fly a helicopter from the outside because you kind of lose orientation. It would be a nice, interesting place to land. At least we can kind of come around. We're a helicopter, we can land wherever we want. Yep. It definitely needs a lot of work on with the rotor just to get it to stay like that. Yeah, I think it's a little easier to maneuver a helicopter from the inside. I wonder if we can land like over there. I'm not very good with a helicopter, by the way, as you can probably tell. I mean, it's not easy, but I'm not very good. I've seen other people doing this, and they have no problems, like landing on a postage stamp. And I'm always like, I can't do it very well. See, when I want to land in this little empty area over here. Not really sure what it's supposed to represent, but these are like tents, like a camping area, I think. But I just want to land here. 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 Just to kind of say, yeah, I can land here. Alright, let's land. Why is it doing this? Am I slipping? Okay, it's at an angle. Oh. Yeah, landing. Let's try this again. Let's land in the field. The problem is I have wheels. So if I don't land on a flat spot, it'll start sliding down the hill. And yeah, this is kind of a hill here. See if we land somewhere more like in a flat area. A little flatter. I love these shadows, though. It's really tense, and the sound effects are great. Hold on. Boy, helicopters are hard to fly. Just every little thing you do, it takes a long time to get used to it. And each one is a little different, too. See, is that too fast? Okay, now if I put the engine down, so I roll. Okay, I'm a little downhill, and I got these wheels. Do I have a parking brake? No, there's no parking brake. I mean, since you're on wheels, you have to land somewhere flat, or you'll just roll. If I can turn, like that, so I don't roll anymore. Okay. All right. All right, we're gonna fly around some more though. I'm just practicing takeoff and landings. Oh, and I gotta remember. Oh. Whoa. That's not good. That's not good. I don't know what I'm doing. Especially from the outside, it can be very, very, very hard to control. Let's go back to the cliffs, though. The cliffs are up here. I'm getting used to it. Also, I don't have the ideal joystick setup for helicopters, but that's fine. It's just like a parking lot for like a park where you go and you go over, cross over here and go for a walk, and then check out this old ruins or whatever it is, and then see the amazing view over the cliffs. Definitely looks like an area, some kind of historical something there. All right. Let's put some trim back there, more like 24. The important thing is learning how to do the trim correctly on a helicopter so that it will move forward without you having to hold the stick forward. Once you get some speed, it definitely makes it easier to fly in a specific direction. Because, that's the thing about a helicopter. It'll go any direction. I mean, even the one you're not pointing in, when you're at zero, when you're low. So I got to learn a lot about these instruments. Apparently there's a lot of interesting stuff in here, and I have not read the manual or anything like that. I just got it yesterday. And this is the first time I'm trying this particular variant. It's doing a little bit of a... Hold on for a second. Oh, what it's telling me is to have a little Diet Coke. It'll come back. Yeah, I need a faster computer. But it does that for everybody. And what's here? Windshield wipers. Cool. Like I'm gonna fly a helicopter in the rain. There's, I think, another little lighthouse up here, but you can see it. The cliffs look great. The detailing, fantastic. So thank you for, thanks to Microsoft Flight Simulator for fixing the cliffs. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this a little more stable here. A little more power. We're not really using all the power of this helicopter. It seems to be quite more than powerful enough. I would have figured an older helicopter would have more, a little more issues with power, but we're fine. So yeah, I don't know what this is exactly. It's like another old ruin of some kind there. And that's, it was there, but it's been updated and it looks a lot better. I think that. So we saw it yesterday. Now, most of these kind of ground level areas look about the same, but apparently there was a bunch of old civilizations living around here, and they left behind a lot of like rocks, stone ruins kind of things all over the place, this area. So there's a discovery flight which you can fly over, in which it actually has all these different ruins named, and there's like 100 of them. But you have to do the discovery flight to see those. I'm leaving this fairly loud, by the way, because I really like the sound, the helicopter sounds. As you go around, you get that real chop chop sound. It's perfect. It's a really good quality helicopter sound. I think it's unique to this helicopter. And helicopters are loud. That is a true thing. Hold on one second here. So when you're inside a helicopter, you always have earphones on, and you need with the head of that headset that has a microphone to speak to people, because you're not going to be screaming your head off trying to talk to somebody. Again, these beautiful communities that are like probably 1,000-year-old originally, or 800-year-old communities. Some of these, I think. And then right out here in the middle of this, there's like these like cheap-looking housing here, like box housing. I noticed this the other day. I was flying over it, or yesterday, excuse me, and it's still there. Yeah, those look like kind of mobile homes. Maybe I'm not sure they are, but all right, let's fly out over this bay here. I'm digging the helicopter. As again, I don't really love flying the helicopters, as you can tell, for two reasons. One is I'm not that good at it, and secondly, it's not a plane, and I like flying the planes. But when they come out with a new helicopter, I gotta give it a try at least. But yeah, this whole area has been improved, and not a little bit. So again, the best way to comparison between this, between the pre-world update would just be to look at my yesterday's stream. Because yesterday I went to the same place, looked at the cliffs and said, boy, those look terrible. Because they did. I thought I had installed the new update, but instead it was the day before. So it's a good way of contrasting what they do. And basically it's improvement of terrain, it's mapping of new images. And basically what happens with cliffs and vertical sides is that they take images from the air, very high resolution camera images, but unless they specifically go to those cliff sides and take pictures of the sides of the cliff, which is a totally different operation than they normally would do, they don't have any data for what the sides of the cliffs look like, which is why yesterday you saw them just look like dark streaks that would dynamically change as soon as you got close to them. Or here, you can kind of see there's some popping here. This is where the cliffs have not been improved, like they were over back by Moher. Because you can kind of tell when they pop in like that, and they look okay here actually. But you can see, there's some there. They can fix that. None of that happened at that main area. because of the world update. But you know, they can't do the entire world at that level. They have to pick certain spots. So I don't think that's as realistic. Yeah, you can kind of see it changing and stuff like that. That indicates it's that's effectively the AI determined look for that spot. But yeah, flying in a helicopter, wow, it's got a vibe to it. I don't necessarily hate it. It's just not my favorite thing. And in fact, we're gonna land here. I'm gonna switch to a plane. It's just I don't get the same relaxation from flying in a helicopter as I do in a plane. And I know there's people who love it, and I'm glad that Microsoft Flight Simulator added it, because the original Flight Simulator didn't have any helicopters. And they added them like 2 years ago, or a little more, maybe 3. It's a good addition to the game, but they're it's definitely a little strange, since the game wasn't really designed with helicopters in mind. So we're gonna head out over here to this airfield and just land there, and then I'm gonna switch to a different plane. Also, we're gonna switch to a different airport, because as I mentioned, there's 5 airports that the world update encompasses this new update, in addition to many areas. But the one we took off from is not one of them. It's like Cardiff. There's an airport northeast, about 60 miles northeast of London, and that they worked on, which I recently flew out of. And then we have Edinburgh, Liscannor, Glasgow, Cardiff, Gibraltar. Oh, Gibraltar looks really good. I watched AV Angel fly over Gibraltar, and that's a really fun, interesting place to fly over. But look at this, we just got all these little fields. We're gonna kind of go to this airfield here. Just land somewhere on the grounds. There's the airfield. It's not getting too much altitude here. Spanish Point Airfield. I think I did what I wanted to accomplish, which was take a look at the new cliffs of Moher and how much better they look. Again, we have these wheels on the bottom, which means if you're on any kind of uneven ground, you'll tend to roll. And the way these wheels work, they're like casters, so you'll roll any old direction, you know what I mean? Which is fine, but it's unusual. Okay, let's see if we can do some fun stuff here. We can open the door. Give it a second to think about opening the door here. I was thinking about opening a door. Open the other door. I want to check out, see if we can figure out how. Okay, geez. That's the other thing about helicopters, which is they are very heavyweight. Okay, so there's that. Okay, let's try turning off the engine. Okay, fuel closed. Fuel, ignition, off. And then we can put the rotor brake on. And that should slow us down pretty effectively. Take a look at us from the outside there. That's the only thing. I haven't really figured out much. There's a way to open the door in the back. Cabin doors in the back open as well. That's kind of nice. So you got 4 doors. They all open. That's pretty cool. Okay, rotor brake is bringing us to a close. It is a beautiful machine. I didn't realize you'll never see one that has that exposed motor. Apparently there's a canvas you can put over it. but the detailing is fantastic, and I think that, yeah, it's a heavyweight machine. I just want to check one thing. You get this EFB here, which is kind of a secret feature. What does it let you do, though? Okay, you got a METAR search, you got home, ground. Okay, so you can open the doors, engine covers. Oh, let's set the chocks and all the tags and see how that looks, too. And then there's a map. Okay. So, oh, I added some emergency equipment to the side there. And I added a cover for the engine, a protective cover for the engine. Okay, kind of cool. What else? What's this? Is that the one? Engine covers, full cover, chocks, remove tags. Okay, yeah, no, those we don't want. The floats. Okay, and then we can close the rear doors, right? Okay. Oh, it takes the doors off. Interesting. Hi, science. So I got a little late start here. And I got this new helicopter. Okay, so you can remove the doors entirely if you don't want doors. And who wants doors? I'm just checking out the new features of this. Let's add the doors back. Of this helicopter I just got, and we flew around the Cliffs of Moher, and this time we have the correct update. It looks really nice. I just don't like flying helicopters that much. But let me do a quick screenshot. Okay, I got to remove the covers. Hold on. Tarp. That wasn't it. Okay, yeah, I want to see the engine there. And I got to see my Kench 999. 9er. Okay. Pretty looking. Yeah, I really got the update this time. We're going to try an airport. Hold on a second. But and not in a helicopter. Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is main menu. For the next, we'll just do a next little segment. We've got like 15 minutes. So this time we're going to check out one of the new airports. But I think let's do Gibraltar. Well, actually, that's not one of the airport choices. Let's just do one of the new airports. So, first of all, not in the Wasp. We'll pick a regular plane. Nothing necessarily terribly fancy. Oh, they just updated the short. So we'll take the pink school bus, which is, you know, I don't know what the update was about. But because they never say. It just says, oh, you have an update. And it was the Skyvan. Okay, so we have EGLF. Maybe we should just do them in order. This is Farnborough, which is interesting because I don't know if we've taken off from here before. And we'll start warmed up. Yeah, I didn't even try to update it last time. You know, I was like, why don't I see the new terrain? And I went back and looked at my thing, and I never even bothered to download and install the update before. I'm like, let's go explore the update. So today, you know, we are actually exploring the new update, 17. So it's quite a bit of stuff, but they've specifically called out 5 airports as being updated. And usually it means the airport and the area around the airport. And we're just going to take them in order. This is Farnborough, which I think is really been on YouTube a lot because they have a massive air show there. In fact, England seems like they're really into their air shows. There's like air show season, which is July. Yeah, I was like, oh, it seems like a bug that I'm not seeing the new update. It wasn't a bug. It was just me not spacing out entirely on having the update installed. But anyway, I flew the same route so you could see how much better the Cliffs of Moher look. And it's kind of cool that you can look at yesterday's stream and today's stream and see the difference between the world update and the world. It does look so much better. I mean, it really, you know, yesterday I was at the Cliffs. I'm like, this just doesn't look good. It can't be the world update. You know, I knew right away it should have looked better than that. All right, are we ready to fly our pink school bus? This is the new airport. So I'm going to take a look around first. You know, it's okay. It's got some kind of neat buildings over there. It's got like 2 sets. It's got one control tower over there. I think like the new terminal is there. All right, let's check everything. Is everything good here? Propeller full. All that's good. Yes, we're ready to fly. So we advance the engines here. There. This plane is very easy to take off in because it has very little in terms of runway needs. Very short runways. Just wants to fly. I don't know. It's not. I don't know. Farnborough. Okay, let's take a look. So we got Farnborough. There's kind of unique buildings there for the air traffic control, and also these buildings are really interesting looking here. And again, in this case, I don't know what it looked like before, but it looks great now. So it's like that set of buildings. There's this red control tower there, and like two towers, which is common. And then this cool building. There's the runways, and I think this is effectively the passenger terminal area. Although it doesn't have jetways. Oh yeah, you can see that's not fully 3D, so it's interesting. It's a bit of a pastiche, but it looks good. I have no problem. But just flying around in an actual plane as opposed to a helicopter is already just a great vibe. Okay, so we have a few things we want to do here. We're going to adjust the propellers a little bit. They're not running very efficiently. Down to about 87. Fly over that a little bit more. Where is Farnborough, the city? Like, is there a city? It looks like it's over this direction here. But we're basically in the countryside. Looks like there's an airport here, but then there's kind of like a series of buildings. Hold on one second here. And again, the rest of the week is more exploring of the new update. So, for example, we have Gibraltar, we have Cardiff, we have Edinburgh, we have Welling, we have Wembley, we have Newcastle, we have Liverpool, Leeds, Brighton. All of these cities we got to check out. But today, this is Farnsworth? I don't remember. Farmingham? I don't remember. Something like that. Oh, it is looking kind of cloudy, and I'm not really feeling like we could see things. Helicopters are hard to fly in real life too, but in the plane. Hello, can I bring the nose down here? I'm pushing forward on the stick all the way. You can see that. It does do that. It's very sensitive to trim, and I have some positive trim there, so that's why you need to have a little negative trim, or it's just going to pop the nose right into the sky. But what I'm saying is the weather is not ideal for sightseeing, and we can make it ideal for sightseeing simply by adjusting the weather feature to where I like it rather than where it actually is. So instead of live weather, we're going to go with scattered clouds. It gives a much better view of the ground, and it still looks realistic in that there's ground. You know, there is clouds. It's not just perfectly clear sky. Helicopters are hard to fly. They're not stable, but it's worse than that. It's like, it has to do with the control scheme. Like, unlike a plane where you kind of have a joystick control scheme, I'm controlling the yoke back and forward just with my left thumb. In a helicopter, you have a very different kind of way of controlling the helicopter. In a helicopter, your right hand is controlling the joystick. Your left hand, because you're sitting on the right side, your left hand is controlling which is called the cyclic. Your left hand is controlling the collective, which is the throttle, which has two pieces to it. The throttle, which you twist, and the collective, which moves up and down. The collective, which controls the overall pitch of the blades. Now, I understand all this stuff theoretically, so I do understand what's going on when you're trying to fly a helicopter. But the control scheme of a joystick like this is perfectly good for controlling an airplane. Like, because I have the rudders with my fingers, and then I have basically control this here with this. Oops, it's too fast. But it's a much more difficult compromise to do the same thing with a helicopter, again, because the control is completely different. So I'm trying to figure out. The other thing is, again, as I mentioned, I fly this plane all the time because it's one of my new favorites. They did come out with an update today for this short, for this particular plane. What the update entails, I have no idea. And again, there's no release notes that I could find. Well, they didn't include release notes. I think there are release notes online. Yeah, there was a huge update. I'm flying around. Well, this is Blackbush. I'm flying around the new update areas, so I'm kind of taking the, I jotted down which are the new 5 airports. This one looks like it's not quite as nice. It's still pretty nice. But you can see there's just a lot of satellite map terrain there. But at least they have the control tower. It's a tiny airport. And I had the helicopter, and then there was update to the short Skyvan, which is what I'm flying, and I'm trying to see if I can tell what's different. I mean, it looks exactly the same inside. Usually there's just some bugs, like real weird little minor bugs, like windows not opening or something like that. But I haven't figured that out. Engine bleed's not important in this name. Yeah, okay, we started at Farnborough today. But yeah, I'm not gonna be able to go long today, so, because it's Thursday and I gotta get back to work. And I still want to play some music on my piano. But the terrain looks great. All these little houses and buildings are all 3D models. And I saw some other people exploring the new things on YouTube, and Gibraltar looks great. And most of these cities that they have mentioned look really, really good. So we're going to be exploring for like a month, well, like a week or two. But I kind of wanted to just try all of the airports and the cities that are listed. Again, I was like, let's do. Wanted to do this yesterday, and I didn't even install the update. And it's a big update. It's a 10 gig update for the world update. But yeah, then there's another big update for the program. Then I had to update a bunch of planes. So occasionally, and usually it's on Tuesdays, which is one of the reasons I don't stream on Tuesdays. But I do play Flight Simulator because if there's major updates to do, I want to load them on Tuesdays, so I don't have to do it on Wednesday or Thursday. Today being the Thursday. All right, I'm going to land. It is pretty much time for me at this point to switch over to music already. Sorry about that. But tomorrow shall be more flying. And the day after and the day after. And I should have at least an hour of actual flight sim content. But again, flying the Short Brothers is just a joy. I mean, flying any plane after flying a helicopter is just a joy somehow. So we took off from Farnborough. I'm going to land there. Again, this is one of the 5 airports that they mentioned in an update has been updated. I don't know. No, we haven't done the Isle of Man yet. Isle of Man is one of the updated places, and I am dying. In fact, that should be tomorrow. We'll do Isle of Man. Because it is updated, and I don't know if I've ever flown over the old Isle of Man. We're going to switch slowing down here. Again, we don't want to land it too much over 70, or we're going to bounce like crazy. But the great thing about this plane is you can reverse the propellers quite quickly on the ground, and it stops on a dime. And the other thing is, thanks to Hobie Gal, I finally found out that if there's 4 white lights on your PAPI lights, or I still like to call it the visual glide slope indicator, you're too high, and that's the current situation. Okay, there should be at least 1 red light. Now I see 1 red and 3 white. That's better than 4 white. But I've been going too high this whole time because I was like, oh, there's 2 red. I need to go up. 2 red is perfect. Okay, so I'm looking at those little lights. Okay, now I got 3 red. I want to come up a bit, a little more prop. Okay, 2 red. I want to see if I can stay on the glide slope as accurately as I can. Now that I know how it's supposed to work, it makes a lot more sense that you want to have 2 red and 2 white, which is what I got right there. You can kind of see right to the left of the runway. Now in the real world, there's an ILS, electronic ILS system, which displays that right in your glass cockpit. Although I don't know if this plane has a visual ILS indicator. It's pretty common on planes to have had it added, meaning you don't have to look at that thing. You can look on an instrument in your plane, and it will tell you. it will tell you if you're too low or too high. But boy, at the last minute, you could start to ignore it. But yeah, we're gonna come down here, land real gently, and then jam on the reversers. Jam on the reversers, and then brakes, and it basically comes to a stop. Boom. Turn off the reversers so that we don't go backwards. Flaps to up, and let's yeah, Isle of Man is gonna be a doozy. Gibraltar, Cardiff. We flew over Cardiff recently, so we have some people who are fans, who live in that area. Or is it Bristol? Anyway, close enough. But yeah, it's updated. So, and this airport has been updated, and it looks great from the ground. This is a different part of the different section from where we were before. But I love this little, very slopey building there. Interesting way of constructing the building. Oh, and these hangars. I wonder if you can go in hangars. Some hangars you can go in. Yeah, you can go in, and there's a special, add-on or module. I think it'll let us go in here. That will let you close and open these doors. I don't have the special software that would let us go into this hangar and close the door. But the fact that you can even go in here is I think probably new. They probably just added. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I can fix that. Yeah, look how complicated this little building is with this interior lights. Yeah, I have a feeling before yesterday and this airport was updated that this building would not have been here. It would not have had a working interior. And again, I believe there's a mod you can get. Yeah, I fly the Skyvan a lot. There's a mod you can get where you can close the doors. But I don't know what it is. It's not. It's like something you have to download. I don't install, like a community thing. But it is really cool that you can go in here, and I believe that again. That's a new thing. Let me take a little picture here. Yeah, I love my Skyvan. Yeah, while we're at it though, let's open the doors. Where's my doors? Where's my doors? Hold on. Where were the doors? I remember kind of where the doors are. Oh, yeah, up here. Duh. Hold on. Up here. Oh, yeah. Cargo ramp. Those don't do anything. But this will open the cargo ramp and back. And you can see the skydivers, which failed to jump out. Yeah, the parachute guys are in there. They're always going to be in there. They're never going to jump out. I mean, for this livery. They come with this livery, but yeah, they're always there. But anyway, let's see if I can take a nice picture of us all in this cool little hangar. And by the way, the other thing is I can back out of the hangar by reversing the propellers, which I'll show you. In fact, let's do that. I'm going to do that. Let me just take a picture, though. I can't get enough screenshots of the Flying Pig School bus, honestly. But yeah, the cool thing is we can sit here. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. I can go into reverse. The propellers are pushing me backwards, I believe. Oh yeah, but I got it. All right. So I'm going backwards. So we're backing out of the hangar. So I don't have to turn around in there. Oh, and it's still open, so you can still see the guys are in there. I don't know. Stuff like this just really tickles me. The fact that you can reverse the plane. Oops. And then put the brakes on. Oh, don't put them on too suddenly though. That's kind of funny. And again, it's this Farnborough Airport, and I think there's a couple of hangars you can go in. It looks like that one's closed, and then this one and this one are open, and it looks like that one is. In fact, we can get out of the plane and just take a quick peek. Yeah, this is just another hangar you can go in, and again, there's a way of closing the doors. But it's kind of cool that you can back. This is one of the few planes you can back out of a parking spot in. But man, what a paint job! I just love that they have this. Okay, here another screenshot, and then I'm going to take a few minutes I'm going to bring my piano in now. It's just sitting over there, so it's not far. Excuse me. And then there'll be a piano segment. Yeah, I fly the Skyvan. I already told you that. Okay, stick around for a couple minutes if you want to watch me play piano for like 35 minutes. And if you don't, I'll see you next time tomorrow, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, just not Tuesdays. Oh, by the way, cheers. Diet Coke. Powered by Diet Coke, but not sponsored. Dang it, where's Bella? She should have her stream room set up today. Dang it. All right. Let me just finish setting up my camera here. Like this, I think. Close enough, probably. Alrighty, let's see if I can get ready to play some music. Musica. Anyway, I would do that song all the time, but this is the version. This is my fake book. This is my fake book, pop rock fake book. So I can do songs that I don't necessarily have memorized, but if I can see the chord structure. Who is even streaming today? Man, it's definitely a drought. There's a drought of my favorite e-girl streamers. Morta hasn't been seen in a week, and Bella hasn't been regularly streaming for months. It's a rough time, but I think it's, you know, summer, summer, summer vacation time for everybody. Sea of Love. Most people know that as a Honey Drippers remake, but it's not Honey Drippers songs. I've got a bunch of songs that I do that are pop songs, but I just do them as instrumentals. I don't know if there's too many I even try to sing in here. But I know a lot of these songs are from Somewhere Out There, from An American Tale. It goes like this. I always gotta do that song. All right. Where it began, I can't begin to know when, but then I know it's growing strong. Was is the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. To believe they never would. I've been inclined to believe they never would, but now I look at the night and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. Was it this spring? Wait, it's not. I'm lost in my losers. Oh yeah, because it goes to one touch and warm, reaching out. I don't know the song very well. Touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no, no. Carolina, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline. I don't really know that song that well. It's a classic though. You know, it's a classic. These boots are made. You call up but confess you've been messing where you should have been messing. I'm gonna get to know your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. It's really not much of a keyboard song. This song is a wonderful instrumental. Well, the way I like to do it. That's how it starts. Okay, let's start from the beginning. washed away by emotions I hold deep down inside. Stronger with time, believing, living through the fire, and holding on to what we find. That's what love is for, to help us through it. That's what love is for. Nothing else can do it. Melt our defenses, bring us back to our senses, give us strength to try once more. Baby, that's what love is for. That's a long ass song. I always feel this. Oh, these songs are long. I mean, their pop songs are not that long. That version's right. But what do I know? This one's a good version. Everyone knows the song. glad I'm practicing these songs because I don't remember them as well as I, I need them. I need the music. Talking about the Watershed Pill. That's Moody Blues, isn't it? I believe great tune. And that's very appropriate for the piano too. Unlike a lot of these songs. See if I can find a few more like "You Don't Bring Me Flowers," Neil Diamond. Even learn how to lie. Well, you think I could learn how to tell you goodbye? 'Cause you don't bring me flowers anymore. Well, you think I could learn how to tell you goodbye? 'Cause you don't bring me flowers anymore. I do enjoy the Neil Diamond songs, you know. And this is a Beatles song, believe it or not. Always a great instrumental. I was a sculptor, then again, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and it's one for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. Sat on the roof, I kicked off the moss with a few other verses. Now they've got me quite cross, but the sun's been quite kind while I wrote this song. It's like for people like you that I keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting these things I do. You see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. But anyway, the thing is, what I mean is, yours are the sweetest I ever seen. And you can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind, I hope you don't mind that I put down in the words how wonderful life is while you're in the world. I hope you don't mind, I That's a heart, by the way. I love how he sings this. It may be quite simple, but now this time, this is not a simple song. But your song, it's kind of a joke. I mean, the lyrics are kind of simple, but the music to that is not simple. Crazy day, drink the night away and forget about everything. The city desert makes you feel so cold. He's got so many people, but he's got no soul. And it's taken so long. Find out you were wrong when you thought it held everything. You used to think that it was so easy. You used to see that it was so easy. Trying now. It's one more year and then you'll be happy. It's one more year and then you're crying. One more year and then you'll be happy. You're crying now. Way down the street there's a line in his place. He opens that door, he's got that look on his face. And he asks you where you been, he'll tell you what you've seen, and you talk about anything. He's got a dream about dying some land. He's got so many ghouls and a one night stand. And then you settle down, this quiet little town, and forget about everything. You know he'll always keep moving. You know he's never gonna stop moving. 'Cause he's rolling, he's the Rolling Stone. When you wake up it's a new morning. The sun is shining, it's a new morning. And you're going home. I gotta learn that part again. Great song though. It needs a saxophone. Obviously. Okay, last song. Okay, no, that's so different. This is a different song. Beyond the Sea. Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, get straight to her arms, I'd go sailing. shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. Wow. Oof, I wish I could play more, but I got time constraints. And that's just the way it is on Thursdays. Tomorrow, Friday afternoon, kind of don't work so much, so I can stretch out, start around noon, and go for 2 hours. 2 hours or so. But today is the content for the day. You know, we flew around. We flew in a couple different vehicles. We checked some stuff out. I played a bunch of songs and everything. Tomorrow, very similar, except guitar content, by the way. Not, but be sure to, if you want to make sure you're notified, be sure you follow me on Twitch and or subscribe for free on YouTube's. That way you'll find out that I'm going to go live on those devices. But it's very regular. Every day except for Tuesday, roughly 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, today I was new. Exactly. Oh, same here. But we rarely get unexpected Friday afternoon meetings. It does happen. But I can almost 99% tell you that I have my afternoon free of meetings. It's not like I'm not like watching my mail and maybe sending a mail or two, you know. But that doesn't affect the 2 hours I take out of my day to stream, which I love doing, and I'm going to keep doing it. I really enjoy the heck out of it. Now that I got it set up, it's pretty easy to get started. And I don't know, again, it's just something, I don't know, I'm going to keep doing it. So thank you for coming in. I'm going to raid my close personal friend, Carol Burnett, because none of my actual streamer friends are on. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, close enough to, oh yeah, she's about to start a new show here, a new episode. Yeah, they should. I mean, well, it is what it is, you know what I mean? It's like, it is what it is. But I think they're pretty good. I watch my own streams like the next day or later in the day. I'll watch most of the VOD, and I'll be like, "Oh, that guy's pretty good," you know. Wish there were more guys streaming like that because I'd watch them. You know, that's what I think when I watch my stream. So I don't know. But anyway, it's a special person. It's not for everybody. Carol Burnett, she's just about to start a new show. She's blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I can do my little. I got plenty of Diet Coke, so I'm gonna do my final thing here. Oh, yeah, this is that season she had super short hair. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started and before you know it comes the time we have to stay so long. And yeah, thanks again. Enjoy it. We'll see you tomorrow. It's going to be more flight sim content, and then we'll play guitar for a while. Probably karaoke, because I didn't do that last time. And yeah, I'm going to rate her. So, but here's my ending screen.